So Arsenal are taking on West Ham on Wednesday night, and this is another big test for Mikel Arteta, and one that he has to pass really, because if West Ham win this game, they go 5 points clear of us. And remember, United and Tottenham are 1 point behind us with 2 games in hand. United's game has been postponed, from what I believe, but they are playing on Saturday. So, look, this is a must-win game. But before I go into it anymore, I just want to say thank you very much to everyone who's been subscribing, commenting, liking the videos. We're on the road to 500. First, we have to hit 200, then 300, etc. So, can we hit 200? It will be massive if we can hit 500 by February, maybe. But I'm not going to hold you to that. Please just like the videos, subscribe, and it really does me favors. And like I said in the last video, comment below what I can do better, what you would like to see, because obviously I'm new to this and I'm taking your ideas. So yeah, anyway, let's get into the match preview for the West Ham game on Wednesday. So what do we know? We know that West Ham currently sit on 28 points in 4th place. Arsenal sit on 26 points in 6th place. So a two gap difference. If West Ham win this game, like I said, they go 5 points ahead of us. That is big. That is quite big, because it's at this point in the season, these are the type of games that you need to be winning. And so far, Arsenal, when they've been properly tested, they haven't been able to live up to it. And that is my problem with Mikel Arteta. It's all well and good beating not the easy teams, because no team in the Premier League is easy, but it's all well and good beating the teams lower in the table that don't test you. But when you get tested, that's when you really see how good a manager is, how good a manager is at giving out tactics, changing things up when it's not working. And Arteta's not really done that. So, look, you know my stance on it. I don't think he's the right guy, and I'm not backing this process. But we do need to win this game, and I will be fully backing the team to win this game. We have won our last 5 home matches against West Ham. We got out of it last season. Last season, we played poor. I remember this game. It was Eddie Nketiah, ironically, who scored the winning goal. So, yeah, look, that's a big game. Other games, I'm not going to get into that too much. We've got Man City Leeds, which kicks off it's already kicked off. Brighton Wolves, Crystal Palace Southampton, Burnley Watford, Leicester City Tottenham, which is a big game. Leicester City, look, the thing is with Leicester, they're struggling, but that 4-0 win will do them favours, I think. So I'm curious to see how they'll go on. Chelsea Everton, I can't see Everton getting anything out of that game. Thing is with Chelsea, yeah, even when they're not particularly playing well, they'll find a way to grind out the result against the teams that test them as well. And that's what makes a title winning side. So I wish we could do that, but yeah, it is what it is. Liverpool, Newcastle. Well, Newcastle, I can't see them not getting relegated at this moment in time unless they spend big in January. And will they spend big in January? If I was a Newcastle, not a Newcastle player, if I was a player that, say if you're in your early 20s and you get a big offer from Newcastle, would you take it? They're going to need to make about 3-4 top signings. Not obviously they can't attract world-class players, but they need to make 3 or 4 good signings if they want a chance to stay up in this league. So yeah, it will be crazy if they get relegated after all the hype from the new ownership, the takeover. But yeah, I mean, let's look at Arsenal's last 5 games. I'm going to share my screen. Don't worry, I know how to do it properly this time without letting you guys see. It was cool. Don't get me wrong. It was very cool, but we're not going to do that this time. We are just going to go straight to the tab. So there we go. There we go. Right. So Arsenal's not. We won't look at necessarily the last 5. We'll go into their fixtures. Right. So look at when they have been tested. Right. I'm going to start from the top. Brentford tested, loss. Chelsea tested, loss. Man City tested, loss. Spurs, we beat them every year at home, and they've sacked their manager. Remember that Nuno Espirito Santo has been sacked. So Aston Villa sacked their manager. Liverpool tested, lost. United tested, lost. Everton tested, lost. But look, I'm not saying that all these wins we haven't been tested, but these are the losses are against the teams that are competitors, not really Liverpool, Chelsea, and City, because they're more in the title race, but they are still our competitors in terms of just generally they're the other big clubs in the league. So, and United are our competitors. So this is a big game, right? And the lineup is key. I'll get into that after, but let's look at West Ham's fixtures. Right, I can do that now. I'll go into this. There we go. Right, so West Ham's last 5, not last 5. I mean, we can look at all their fixtures, but they're having a fantastic season, and you've got to give all that credit to David Moyes, because look at how they were under Pellegrini. I remember Arsenal when they had Freddie Ljungberg in charge. They could not win a game. They went to West Ham. West Ham handed us 3 points. That's how bad West Ham were. So David Moyes deserves huge plaudits, and he is getting that. So yeah, fair play. They beat Newcastle. Look at the goals they're scoring as well. 4-2, 4-1, 2-2. Again, they're scoring goals. So yeah, so they beat Newcastle 4-2, Leicester 4-1, drew at home with Crystal Palace, drew away to Southampton with 10 men. They beat United. Excuse me there. They lost to United at home. They beat Leeds away. They lost to Brentford at home. They beat Everton away, something we couldn't do. They beat Tottenham at home. They beat Villa 4-1 away. When was the last time we went away and scored 4 goals? When was the last time we scored 4 goals at home? They beat Liverpool at home. They lost to Wolves 1-0. They lost to City 2-1. They did put up a good fight there, though. Remember, they didn't get battered 5-0 like us. They drew 1-1 with Brighton at home. They beat Chelsea at home. Remember, look, I'm looking at that, and the big games they've played, they've done very well. They drew to Burnley away. Obviously, that's different. Burnley are a team. No one likes them, dude. No one likes Burnley. Not no one likes them. Obviously, they have their fans, but they are a very frustrating team to break down. Look, their away form. I don't know how good their away form against the big 6 is. I don't think it's too great, but there is no doubt that they can't come to the Emirates and get something out of the game. And we have to be on it. If we start like how we did against Southampton, because that was poor. That was very, very poor. The first 25 minutes, they will score at least 2 goals. I'm pretty confident about that. They will score at least 2 goals. So we have to start sharp. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's talk about it, because it's something that I feel like will affect the team. I feel like Arteta should have handled it better. Not handled it better, should have managed it better, because he's sort of just leaked everything out to everyone. So he should have maybe kept it a bit more quiet. But then again, if you're seeing the lineup of Wednesday and there's no Aubameyang, there's going to be questions. So look, from what we know, Aubameyang missed a training session, and there has been a disciplinary breach. That is what Mikel Arteta said. From what I know, yeah, he was given permission to return home to France for a one-day trip, but he was requested home the same night so he could be back in time for a morning training session. Now, there's reports, and they suggest that Aubameyang failed to return home at the time requested, so he missed the session. And look, they said that it wasn't that alone that triggered it, but it seemed like it. Now, Arteta said that he will not be considered for selection against West Ham United, but more importantly, he has been stripped of the captaincy. Now, that is something that I do agree with, right? Because I don't think he should have been made captain in the first place. He was made captain because he was our star man at the time. Emery made him captain, but he's not a leader. He's not a captain. That is not any insult to Aubameyang, because he's at that time, he was a baller. He was scoring all the goals for us, but he didn't need the responsibility of being captain on top of that. Now, do I think the situation's been managed right? No. Arteta does not know how to manage players. Look, some players you have to manage differently, right? If he's your star man, you have to manage them a bit differently, because it's more important that you get the results on the pitch, right? Now, I'm not saying that Aubameyang's right here. Aubameyang's attitude, it stinks, and it needs to be sorted out. But the way that Arteta's managed it, the way that Arteta seems to be handling him is not right. When you've got a big player like that, you need to handle them differently. So, a bit like how Wenger handled Ozil. I mean, I'm not the biggest Ozil fan, but he managed him in a way that allowed Ozil to perform on a pitch. So, and then you saw when Emery came in that he wasn't having it himself. But yeah, I feel like Arteta needs to manage Aubameyang in a more suitable way that will suit him, that will get him playing, that will get him firing. And I know for a fact, we know for a fact he is not a captain. He should never have been made captain of this football club. After Granit Xhaka was stripped of the captaincy, I would have rather have given it to Lacazette over Aubameyang. You can see Lacazette on the pitch; he's more vocal. But now I would give it to Kieran Tierney. Now, I'm a big Kieran Tierney. I love that guy so much. I think he's 100% my favorite player. I don't think I've loved the football player so much since Alexis Sanchez. So yeah, he would be my choice. I'm pretty sure he would take the majority vote if there was a poll. And I've seen polls, and he has got the majority of votes. There's been shouts for Aaron Ramsdale. Now, Aaron Ramsdale has just come in, and he's doing very well, don't get me wrong, but it's too early to give him captain. It's too risky to give him captain, to give him the armband. So down the line, 100%. But I just feel like we need to see this for a bit longer, a bit more consistently than maybe. But he definitely does seem like a vocal leader, and I love the way he is, and I love what he's doing so far. So down the line, Aaron Ramsdale would be a shout. Now, Gabriel, the problem is the language barrier. Now, his English, I don't think is that good, which would be a problem. And I don't think you can make him captain purely off that factor. Now, if he was fluent in English, 100%, he would be alongside Tierney, maybe even ahead of Tierney because Tierney is injury prone, remember. So, but because of that, because of the language, I mean, I don't think it's right to give it to him. I saw people saying Shaka, no chance. I'm sorry. After what he done, no, 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 no. People saying Lacazette, but remember he is leaving, so I don't want to give it to him. Look, it's got to be Kieran Tierney now. That guy is a big leader. He is passionate. He gives it 100%. Remember, he's been in the team, that Celtic team. He knows how to win trophies. He knows how to guide his team. So I would 100% give it to him. Now let's go into the lineup for the West Ham game. This is important. Um, I could easily say same lineup as Southampton and end it there, but no, I'm gonna get into my lineup. Right, so in goal, Ramsdale. Not even gonna talk about that anymore. Simple as that. Right back, Tomiyasu. Same as Ramsdale. Not gonna talk about that anymore. White, Gabriel, Tierney. No debates there either. Midfield. Now, this is, look, Partey and Xhaka done well against Southampton, but for me, I want to see Ainsley Maitland-Niles next to Thomas Partey, right? We haven't seen it, and I feel like it would work. Ainsley Maitland-Niles was man of the match against Watford and was dropped from the side unfairly since. So, look, I feel like we've seen Sambi and Partey, and it sort of works, it sort of doesn't work. I want to see how Maitland-Niles and Partey would do together in a pivot. Now, the attack, right? I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm finding it very hard here because you have Emil Smith Rowe, who was not featured against Southampton. I don't think he wasn't featured against Everton either. So before that, he did score against United. He was on immense form. So you have him, but then you have Odegaard, who has scored 3 and 3 and is also doing well right now. But the thing is with Odegaard, yeah, it's not rocket science. You need to get into the box to score. And he's doing that now. And so he's scoring. It's the simple things like that. And the goal against Southampton was very good. It was an impressive finish. The goal against United was very good. The goal against Everton was very good. And he's getting into those positions that you want to see him in. And it may seem like I don't like him. I hate him. But at the end of the day, I want all Arsenal players to do well. And I want him to prove me wrong. So I can't drop Martin Odegaard. It's a tough one, and I can't drop Martinelli, who's going to be on that left hand side, because he was, for me, man of the match against Southampton. He was unbelievable. The thing I love about this guy is it's just the way he just does not stop running with the ball, running at defenders, shall I say. He just doesn't give them a break. Constant. The way he wins the ball off defenders, knocks them off the ball. He's always up for a battle. I love that from him, and his game is improving over time. Now, on the right-hand side, this is tough, because if I had it up to me, Pepe would go in. But I'm trying to balance it between my opinions and what Mikel Arteta is going to do. So, having said that, he's going to put Xhaka in. So that doesn't really make sense. So no, I would go with Saka. And up front, Lacazette, really good goal against Southampton. That goal was very impressive. I was very happy with that goal. Look, it's risky the way we were playing out the back, but on some occasions it works, and you saw there it worked. So yeah, Lacazette up front. Obviously we know no Aubameyang. I assume that will mean Balogun comes onto the bench, perhaps. I don't know. Nicola Pepe made, what was it, an 8-minute cameo against Southampton? Couldn't really do much. But for me, we need to go into this game like how we were after the first 25 minutes against Southampton. And I'm not sure how this one's going to go, because the way from what I've seen against the big teams, when we're tested, when there's pressure to win, we don't perform. However, our home record is very good. So I'm gonna go for a draw. I think it will be a 2-2 draw. I think there will be goals in this game. I think a 2-2 draw for a neutral would be very good. We need to win this game, because even a 2-2 draw, West Ham would go 3 points ahead of us. So yeah, that's it from me. Please do, like I said at the start of the video, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, comment. That's been my match preview. Arsenal versus West Ham, Wednesday night. Catch me after the game. I will be doing my first live stream. I'll be doing my match review. I'll be doing some player ratings, perhaps, interacting with the chat. So please do come along for that. Then you can catch me on the League Gunner channel. My fan cam will be posted there. Please do check that out. And yeah, I mean, I am off college from Thursday, so I have a lot more time to upload, stream regularly. I'm trying to do some collabs with certain people. More on that will be, I'll give you an update on that later. So please do hang around for that. Anyway, that has been the match preview for Arsenal versus West Ham. We've just hit 23 minutes. Time really flies when you're talking. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I